March 30th, 2024 is the date. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Figure Four Podcast. Happy Easter. My name is Doug. This episode, Donald and I are going to run down this year's Wrestlemania card, the matches we have so far. It's looking like it's going to be one of the better WrestleManias in the last couple of years, in my opinion. But I'm going to stop talking. You guys decide. Enjoy the show. So the first one I have is Io Sky and Bayley for the women's championship. I don't want to say it's going to be predictable, but I think it's going to be predictable. Bayley is going to win the women's championship. I don't see how they don't put the belt on her. I was super stoked for Io Sky when she took this championship.
Yep.
But the last while, do you remember the last time she defended this belt?
Oh, God.
I don't remember. I like the whole damage control thing. I like her as the champion, but it's old now. I honestly don't remember the last time she's defended the title. When she first won the championship, I thought she was going to be a wicked champion, but she hasn't really done anything with it. Whereas
Not really.
they put that belt on Bayley. I think they'll have better matches with Bayley as the champion as opposed to Io Sky. My feeling.
Well, yeah. I mean, she basically just kind of parades around, jumps all over the place while holding the belt like that. She doesn't defend it. I think the last time that she defended it would have been, it would have been a SmackDown, I think, like maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But it was
remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember who it was against, but I think you're right. I can see them. I can see them throwing that on Bayley. I mean, she's over with the crowd, and I got to agree. I think she would have better matches.
I think the match is going to be okay. Don't get me wrong; it's not going to be like a popcorn stinker match or anything like that. But it's going to be. I don't know. This match, the way they have it built up, it's like the baby face has to win.
Yeah.
She has no choice but to win. And it's just too predictable. But it'll be good. I mean, it's going to be entertaining. I'm not saying Io is not a good wrestler. She is. And it's been a while for Bayley since she's actually, aside from getting jumped by damage control and stuff. But, it'll be, I don't expect it's not going to be like, oh my God, that's one of the best matches of WrestleMania. I don't expect anything like that. But I think it'll be an okay match. But I'm gonna take Bayley to win the title.
Well, sticking with the women, Rhea versus Becky.
Yeah.
Where do you see this one going? I don't know what direction this match is going to go in.
I don't
think
know.
It's going to be a good match.
It's going to be wicked. It's going to be pretty good. It's going to be way better than the Rhea Io or Bayley Io Sky match. It's going to be 50,000 times better than that. I honestly don't know. I could see Rhea winning, but I could see Becky winning too. This is one this could literally go either way. They both can hit. Rhea just has power. Becky's just got the attitude. I don't know. I don't know. One thing I do hope, I don't know if you saw it, but Rhea gave at a house show, Nia Jax the stink face.
Yes.
I hope she does it again. That was nice to watch. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be wicked. It's going to be a super good match. It's going to be hard hitting. But to pick a winner, I don't know. It's honestly, with me, it's flip a coin. It can go either way, 50-50. I don't think there's an advantage here, as far as storyline, politics, or anything like that. I don't know. If someone put a gun to my head and say, you have to pick one, I will edge Becky out with Rhea just by a point. If I have to pick, it would be 49-51 in favor of Rhea. But that's if I had to pick with a gun to my head. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I think it's time that Becky gets another strap. Is it going to be Rhea? I mean, like you said, she's got the power, she's got the size. Becky could take a punch, you know. I mean, Becky, she's not dainty in the ring. Like she can,
No, no, she's
when
not.
need be, she can roll up her sleeves, man, and she can throw. We still have time leading up to Mania. Stuff can go down, things can be said, promos can be cut. As it stands right now, if I had to choose, I think Rhea's walking out with the title still in place. I
Not
mean,
by a long shot, or
oh,
just edge her out.
barely,
Yeah, same as me. Yeah.
just barely.
It's
So
good.
that's
It's going to be good though. Like I'm actually looking forward to this match. I hope it's
yeah.
on night one because I think I don't know. Like you have it there. Is that night one or is that night two?
Um, I I don't think that they would put that on the same night as Io and Bailey. I think they're going to split those up
Oh,
between
okay.
night one and night two. I looked online. I tried to find like what night that those matches were going to be on. The only two that I have, we'll talk about them here in a little bit. I'm assuming they're going to be main events. Um, those are the only two that I have for sure as to who's on night one and night two. But
Okay,
yeah, I can
so
see them. I can see them splitting up the women's championship matches.
yeah, I couldn't find so you couldn't find Rhea and Becky which night they're on either?
No,
No. Okay. I hope it's night one, but that could be. I mean, like you said, if they split it up, they're not going to have the women's world championship and the WWE women's championship same night. So if they got to take one, I hope Rhea is night one because I'm like I said, I'll go Rhea just by a hair, but I'm looking forward to that match. Now, the Intercontinental Championship, and I called this to you when they started this gauntlet tournament match. I was like, I'm not even fucking watching it. I know Sami Zayn's going to win it and he's going to face Gunter. And I did. And I was like, what did I fucking tell you?
you did, man. You called it. You
But
called it.
I don't know what's going to go on there. I love Gunter. And I said, not this year's WrestleMania, last year, or Royal Rumble, last year's Royal Rumble. That's when I really, really, really started following him. And he gained my respect after being in there over an hour or something like that. But I
Yeah.
like Gunther. He's brought legitimacy to that IC title again. Sami Zayn's not the guy to knock him off. I'm sorry. I think he's goofy. He's just. I'm not. I loved Sami Zayn when he was in the Bloodline. He made me laugh. Loved Sami Zayn. I loved. I couldn't wait for Sami to come out. But now that
Yeah.
he's on his own and trying to be a face and all this, nah, I'm not. I'm not feeling it. I just don't think he's the guy to beat Gunther. And if he does, I think it's for however long, the last 16, 17 months, Gunther's held that title, will be
Yep.
for nothing if Sami Zayn is the guy to knock him off. Now, what I'm hoping, him and Chad Gable have this little thing going on now. I'm
Yep.
hoping Chad almost costs him the Intercontinental title and it gets him away from Gunther and actually put someone in that could legitimately give Gunther a go.
Here's the thing. You bring that up, and I mean, I never liked Imperium. I never liked Gunther. Probably it was probably going back to last year's Rumble, like you said. He lasted over an hour. I mean, not only is he tough, he's big, and he's got moves. And another feather in his cap, man, I'll have to give him. In that whole faction, he doesn't need anybody to interfere to help him win a match.
No,
You know what I mean? I got to agree. I don't see Sammy being the guy to take the belt off of him. He's built he's built a legacy, really, as Intercontinental Champion. Now here's the question. Sammy doesn't win, whether Gunther straight up, beats him or if Chad interferes and it's a schmoz. Who do you see on the roster right now that could take that belt off of Gunther if it's not Sammy?
at the very least, give him a run. Mm, right now, I'd love to see Damian Priest. Another big dude that can just go boot for boot with him. Like
Yep.
I've gained a lot of respect for Damian Priest over the last few months too. Couldn't
Yeah,
stand him before. Couldn't stand Judgment Day. I still can't stand Judgment Day. They got that little guy with the great big head.
the bobblehead, JD.
JD, yeah. I I used to love Finn Balor. I don't care for Finn Balor anymore. I still like Rhea. Dominic has grown on me a long time ago because I see Eddie Guerrero in him. But yeah, I'd love to see Damian Priest get a shot at that Intercontinental title. If they're going to do something with that IC title and really make it look like Gunther's belt is in jeopardy, do it with someone like Priest. Not Sami Zayn. That's meh.
So you mentioned Priest. I gotta ask. So he can cash in that Money in the Bank for any championship.
Any
Doesn't
title, yeah.
necessarily have to be a heavyweight. Now he would more likely he could more than likely go after like a heavyweight. Does he cash in on Gunter?
I don't
Because
know.
he a couple weeks back he had said that the Judgment Day was looking to add more gold to the ranks.
It wouldn't surprise me at this point because there's too much going on with the World Heavyweight Championship between
Yep.
Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. There's too much going on there, and there's too much room for return matches. So,
Right.
and there's no fucking way he's going to get anywhere near Roman Reigns. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's the U.S. title is right now below the Intercontinental title as far as the secondary title goes. So, can I see it? If it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I would have said no way. But at this point, yeah, I could see it because, yeah, like you said, about a month ago, they kind of like were kind of spitting at each other. But I'm
Yeah.
still going to hold on to what I said. I would just, and the only reason is because it hasn't been done. I'd love to see him go the 365 days, cash it in at the 11th hour, or be stripped of it because
Yeah.
he didn't get to use it in time. Say at the next Money in the Bank, and then once he's stripped, go out and win it again, just because
Yeah.
it's never happened before. But yeah, at this point, I mean, not saying that he's going to do it, but it wouldn't surprise me at this point because Jesus, I just pray that Sammy doesn't win that Intercontinental title because, like I said, the last 16, 17, 18 months are for nothing if he does.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not a singles champion. I'm sorry. He's just not. I know the fans love him and stuff. I think Sammy is overrated. Loved him in the bloodline, but he needs that supporting cast. He needs to feed off of guys.
Yeah.
As a single and just I'm not down with it. I'm not down. I'm gonna say Gunther wins. And I hope Gunther wins. And I hope Chad Gable helps Gunther win.
I can totally see that happening.
And I think
I can.
he would because his daughter was crying in the crowd when he lost. Right. So I'm hoping he costs Sammy the title just so maybe he thinks he can go get another shot at it. But he's another guy that he's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. But he's another guy that's not made to take the belt off of Gunther.
I think one thing that we can both agree on, regardless of the outcome of this match, Sami Zayn is going to be going back to the dressing room with his chest looking like raw steak.
Yes.
Because Gunther is going to chop the living hell out of him.
And I hope he does. I hope he does. United States Championship, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. This is going to be a sweet match. This is going to be friggin' awesome. Did you see the size of Logan Paul the last while? He's getting big and jacked, man.
He's been putting on size, man.
This is going to be sweet. I'd love to see another mid-air collision. If anyone will do it, Kevin Owens will do it.
Yep.
I don't know who to take in this. I took Kevin Owens to win the U.S. title the last time they fought, and I got fucked over. I think it was at the Royal Rumble. So yep. I don't know. I think it's too early for Randy to go after a U.S. title. If they do put it on him, it's just a little stepping
Is the U.S.
stone before he starts chasing a world title again.
right?
I don't know.
Is the
This is
U
another one that you could flip a coin.
is the U.S. title below Randy?
At this point in his career, I don't know. The better question is, does he have another world championship run in him? I think he does.
Right.
So at this point, I don't think it's beneath him. But to take it, I don't think he's. I'm going to stick with my pick from the Royal Rumble. I'm going to say Kevin Owens wins the U.S. title. And I think him and Randy Orton get a little thing going now, where Orton will have a couple battles with him until Money in the Bank. Here's another twist. Then Orton goes out, wins Money in the Bank, and then he beats Seth Rollins. I don't know. Or because, again, I don't think Randy would be going near the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship, whatever they call it these days. They've got 15 names for it. So this is another one that's going to be sweet and hard-hitting and fast. I want to say Logan Paul holds on to the U.S. title, but I'm going to say Kevin Owens finally does right by me and wins the U.S. title.
I'm gonna go with Logan Paul hanging on to it as much as I don't want to see that. Um, he is starting to make more regular appearances on TV, but he's still a part-time champion.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be brass knucks are going to end up getting involved. Randy's going to get knocked out. It's going to come down to Logan Paul and KO, and somehow or another, Logan ends up running away with it. That's just how I just have that feeling. That's how I think that one ends.
What about this? I don't even know how to feel about this. The 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. This is just going to be a clusterfuck.
Yep.
I'm going to put it to you like this. Judgment Day, if they lose the tag team titles here, Damian Priest is cashing in that Money in the Bank contract. Absolutely. He's cashing it in. And like you brought up, I think it could be against Gunther. So if they go out and they lose the championship before the Intercontinental Championship, I think he's coming out to cash in on Gunther. I just don't see them retaining now. Who wins the World Tag Team titles? I can see those silly DIYs.
Yeah, they've been getting a little bit of a push.
Tommaso and Johnny Wrestling used to be the guys in NXT. Like they ran NXT. They had great matches. And since they came to the main roster, I don't care. I don't care. This match for me is, I'll watch it, but who is in it? Anyway, so you got Judgment Day, you got DIY, The New Day, Miz and Truth, and who are the other two teams?
A-Town Down Under.
Yeah, that's right. Those two douchebags. But is there one more team too?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5. I've only got 5 listed here.
Okay, maybe there's because it's a 6-pack challenge.
It should be. Huh.
But
I'll have to look that up later on.
Yeah. It's going to be a ladder match, so that'll make it kind of cool. But let's face it, the Dudleys are not in this match. Edge and Christian are not in this match. The Hardy Boys are not in this match. So if you want a WrestleMania moment, boys, this is your chance. Go out and get it. Because I just can't see any of these teams do anything with a ladder for a WrestleMania moment. If anybody could do something, possibly Finn Balor, but these other guys, I don't see Johnny Wrestling doing anything with a ladder. I don't see Ciampa doing anything with a ladder. The New Day, they're just, the I don't even care about them. I actually forgot they were even in this match. Miz and Truth wouldn't surprise me just because Miz has been getting a little bit of a push the last while. But I wouldn't be. But I'm going to go with, you know who I'm going to take to win this match? And it's going to be the stupidest way, however they win, it's just going to be stupid. I'm going to go with Theory and the Aussie to win the tag team titles. And it's going to be one of the stupidest finishes ever. It'll be like act by accident or something.
Okay. Now that you just picked them, I'm going to throw the last team at you and see if it changes your mind. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
As much as I'd love to see those two win the tag titles, I'm still going to stick with A-Town Down Under. Because they're, well, I can't say Theory is annoying. That Grayson Waller
your
is
best
just,
buddy.
fuck, I can't, there's no words in the English language to describe how much I can't stand this fucking guy. And that's why I'm going to go with them to win the tag team titles. Because he's so fucking annoying. But now, and now that you mention those two, it'll be one of them that they're going to pin or like have the final say with on the ladder to take those tag team titles. Now, since the Judgment Day would be former champions, they'll have rematch clauses and all that stuff, unless Priest cashes in the Money in Bank and wins the Intercontinental title. But that, I think if they won matches, because both teams had a little thing going back and forth. Theory and that, fuck, I hate him so much. I can't even say his name, Grayson. Fucking Jesus. But they had a little thing back and forth, but that would make for good matches. Like for the tag team titles. It'd be friggin' wicked.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go with A-Town Down Under to win. As much as I don't want to say it, they're just annoying enough that I could see them win the tag titles. Well, much as I'd love to see Pete Dunne have another belt. Don't get me wrong. I've always loved Pete Dunne, except when he was, what did they call him? Butch?
Yeah.
Like now that he's back to the way he was when he was NXT champion. I'd love to see him have another belt, but I don't think it's happening at WrestleMania.
I'm going to go with the Judgment Day is going to retain. I'm looking at all of these teams, and I mean, I have to agree with you. Like out of the ones that we've got listed here, I think it would be hilarious to see Awesome Truth, Miz and R-Truth, if they ended up winning the tag belts, because R-Truth is just, he's my spirit animal, man.
Yeah, he's like, don't get me wrong, I love him, but
yeah, I mean, out of all of these teams, I'm gonna say it's going to be the Judgment Day retaining. New Day has had their day.
Yeah, that's like old news. I'm tired of seeing them.
DIY, high flying Ciampa, Johnny Wrestling, like they're a great tag team. They're great great to watch. A-Town Down Under, I mean, KO said it before, they've both got very punchable faces, but yes. You know what? They draw people.
They do.
They draw a crowd.
I love to hate them. Not Theory. I love Theory. It's that Grayson Waller, whatever the fuck he calls himself. I can't stand him, especially when he smiles. Fuck.
Yeah. You want to high five him in the face with a chair?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Judgment Day is going to retain somehow or another. Won't be surprised if there's outside interference from Dom or Bobblehead JD.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Judgment Day retains.
So the next one, World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins. I'm not going to call him freaking because that drives me fucking nuts. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. I'm just going to go Drew. Seth, I think, should have dropped the title a few months ago. He's done a good job as a World Heavyweight Champion, but I think his time has come. I think if CM Punk hadn't gotten hurt, I think CM Punk would be the World Heavyweight Champion by now, or at least win at WrestleMania. but the
Right.
way it's hard to say. I'm going to say that McIntyre's winning the title, but they're really trying to get something going here now with Seth Rollins and CM Punk really pushing the fact that Seth Rollins doesn't like him and all that stuff. And by the way, I'm really loving the fact that the PG era is dying in WWE. It's just about gone. I'm loving
Yep.
this. Um, but for now, I'm going to say that Drew McIntyre is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and I actually think CM Punk is going to help him win it by accident. I think he's going to, because he's supposed to be doing commentary now for the
Yep.
match at WrestleMania. So I'm going to think something happens, and who knows what's going to happen, but I think he's going to cost Seth the title accidentally, maybe on purpose, and give it to McIntyre. I
Yeah.
actually don't expect a lot out of the match. It's going to be Drew using his power,
Yep.
like the Glasgow kiss and a boot to the face and all that stuff, high impact. Seth is going to run around and use his speed and stuff. It's going to be, and I hate to say it because I do like the two of them and I don't want to like bring down WrestleMania, but I think and I'm still predicting Punk is going to get involved. It's going to be a glorified Raw or SmackDown match. I don't
Yeah.
think you're going to see any big WrestleMania moments in the match.
It's not a marquee.
No.
Like it's not a match that's going to have its name in lights. Um, I think we're on the same page here. I think it's time for Drew. Um, he keeps on talking about going to WrestleMania and winning the belt in front of fans, whereas before it was during COVID, there was no one in the performance center.
Fuck your story.
Like there's only so long that he can drag that out.
Yeah.
So I think Drew wins it. I think if by some chance if Seth wins, Drew goes away for a little while. He doesn't even have a new contract right now with WWE.
He doesn't?
No.
I
Um,
didn't know that. I didn't think they put guys without a contract on television.
yeah. I saw it. Was it Meltzer, I think? I mean, how much can you trust
Yeah,
him,
you
right?
take that with a fucking grain of salt, that.
So I think he had posted it on Insta like maybe a week or two ago saying that Drew didn't he still didn't have a new contract going into Mania. I'm like, how does that even work?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know if I believe
um,
that. They're not going to give you a championship match at WrestleMania with no contract and just a handshake agreement. I don't
yeah.
know. I'd take that with a very small grain of salt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew winning it just because it's time. I think Seth has a couple of nagging injuries that he's gonna need to take some time off, go on the shelf a little bit. What I hope is when he comes back, regardless if he does go away for a little bit, or if like he just he drops the title and Drew is the champ moving forward. I hope he goes back to Shield Seth Rollins. This dancing around the
Yeah.
ring and acting like a freak.
Whoa. That's has driven me absolutely bonkers for I don't know how long. And I
Yeah,
think I said it a year ago, maybe a year ago, maybe a little more on this show. I said they took him. Well, like when he first won the championship, and he was like, "I'm, I was the mastermind of the Shield. I did this and I did that." And then they took a cool character and they made him a jackass. Is what
yeah.
they did. Like fuck off. Um, yeah,
I will
I
say this. At Mania last year, when it was in Hollywood, yeah, it was yeah, LA, Hollywood. His segment when he came dancing down the steps dressed up as the Joker, that was fucking amazing.
listen. He's an amazing entertainer and he's a good wrestler too. But it's it's the creative for him. And I
Yeah,
know the fans like singing along with his song and he likes singing it but it's go back to the old Seth Rollins.
yeah,
Like I'd love to see that Seth come back. And I understand your character has to evolve. You can't
yeah,
just keep the same persona all the time, but fuck, you can't find something better than that annoying laugh and whoa, like fuck. Anyway, we're moving on. So you're taking Drew as well?
I'm gonna go with Drew. Yeah,
Do you think CM Punk gets involved since he's at ringside?
absolutely.
How can he not?
There's no way that he can't. It's Punk.
Yeah.
He has to shove his nose into everything and stir the pot. So yeah, I think there's going to be some kind of outside interference where he is going to get involved in the match. Won't be surprised if it backfires on him though, and he ends up pissing off Drew. But I do think he ends up sabotaging it for Seth, and Drew ends up winning.
Oh, he's going to piss off the two of them, but he's going to wind up costing Seth the title. There's no
Yeah.
doubt in my mind. So now on to well, you know what? Before we get into that, before we get into the Universal Championship, you know what? I'm not even calling it that anymore. I'm calling it the WWE Championship because that's exactly what it is. Before we get into that, let's get into, I don't want to call them curtain jerker matches because it's pretty disrespectful, but you got to call it the way it is. Let's go LA Knight and AJ Styles. Why is this going to be your favorite match on the card aside from the Midget Royal Rumble?
I was looking at this match. To me, it feels like they're trying to make something out of nothing.
They are.
Like what sparked the feud between the two? Like I know it had to do with the three-way between them and Randy. What was that? Crown Jewel, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
It was a pay-per-view. Anyway, it just like they were pushing LA so much, and then like AJ just comes out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and he ends up getting a title shot.
We called this a while
Or
ago.
he thinks like it's just
You know what? Jeff Jarrett, there was an episode on Dark Side of the Ring. Everyone knows Jeff Jarrett was, he ran TNA. He was a booker. His father, Jerry Jarrett, ran wrestling for years and years. He had a saying that if you confuse him, you lose him. And that's why nobody gives a shit about this match. Everybody, there are still a lot of LA Knight fans. Don't get me wrong. He's still over, but his stock has gone from about $75,000 a share down to about $10,000 a share.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's not where he was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Far from it. And that's not his fault. It's just they pushed him so hard, so fast, and did nothing with him. And then all of a sudden, okay, well, let's throw AJ at the wall and see if it sticks. Because even when that happened, you and I both were like, what? Why? If this is the idea, it's stupid. But it's a terrible thing. Listen, here's the deal. I will take AJ Styles over LA Knight 6 days a week and twice on Sunday. And this match, LA Knight is probably going to go over. I'm going to say LA. I'm going to pick LA Knight to win this match. AJ's going to miss a phenomenal forearm or something like that. There's going to be no outside interference. I don't think you're going to see the OC come down or anything like that. But I think, and we talked about this a show or two ago, that when he was in Elimination Chamber for that World Championship or whatever it was, it had something to do with an opportunity at the World Championship or whatever it was.
Yep.
We said this is probably going to be around the last time you're going to see him in the main event. He's going to hit that mid-card status. And I think this is going to be his big crowning moment of his career, quite frankly, is this match with AJ at WrestleMania. I mean, Father Time catches up to us all. And how old is he? 40 years old, 41 years old?
He's around there.
Father Time is catching up with him. So, I mean, he still looks great. He's still over. He's got the catchphrases, but I'm going to pick him to win at Mania. But this is just one match I kind of don't care about. If I had to pick a popcorn match at WrestleMania, This is it.
Okay.
No offense to either one of them.
I
I mean,
mean,
they're both good, and I love
no,
AJ, but it's just there's nothing on the line. It's a rivalry that was thrown at the fucking wall and doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
And all AJ says is, "I don't like him," and LA Knight says, "Yeah," and that's the only explanations we have. So yeah,
yeah.
I'll take LA Knight to win just because it's LA Knight, and that's your popcorn match. That's my opinion.
I think it'll be an okay match in terms of like where it's going to fall. I think it's going to be an earlier match.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to put this close to a main event.
Oh,
Um, just where AJ has come back and he's super jacked compared to what he was
oh my God, is he
before
ever?
he went away.
Fuck yeah.
He's distanced himself basically from the OC. They don't have anything to do with him anymore, and vice versa.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with them either.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if AJ ends up winning this match just as a point of, okay, we're going to give you one last push. You know, you're bigger, you're bigger, better, faster, stronger, all that kind of stuff. I can see them I can see him winning this match, but I
AJ?
won't be AJ.
Okay.
Again, like you said, there won't be any outside interference. Um, I don't think he wins it clean. I think there's
No.
going to be there's I mean, he's going to use something in the match because I don't think
Well, yeah, because he hates him,
yeah.
but we don't know why.
Now, I mean, if
Just-
this was like a street fight match, I would say this match is going to be awesome. But it's legit just a straight up
yeah,
like one versus one.
They should have. I mean, Jesus, he showed up to his house and
Yeah,
attacked him, and all this stuff, and the animosity, like even like a last man standing or something. But you throw
yeah,
them in the ring in just a regular ass match.
yeah.
That's pretty fucking lame, and that's why I said they just took this, threw it against the wall, put him in a cage. No holds barred. Last man standing. Strap match. Fucking something. Pillow fight. A pillow fight. Like, seriously. Like, oh no, just throw him in the ring at WrestleMania. It'll be all good. Ah, fuck.
They're building up the animosity between the two for not to be like a no holds barred or a no DQ match or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to have a regular ass match doesn't hold any water.
Lame.
But
The other one.
I'm gonna go with AJ.
Okay, so okay, cool. So all right. I'm taking Knight, yeah, and you're taking AJ. Forearm. Okay. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. This is going to be the battle. Do you know how sore their legs are going to be by the end of this match from slapping them? This is going to be a super kick fest, like the likes that no one has ever seen before. Shawn Michaels is going to be sitting in the back and be like, I never should have brought this finishing move or this move, period, into professional wrestling. The air is going to be knocked out. There are going to be so many super kicks in this match.
I mean, I saw this on the card and I'm like, it's just going to be a kickoff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling this match.
No,
It's
I
a
don't
kickoff.
think I don't think it'll be on the kickoff show.
No, like
Oh, you mean?
literally,
Oh,
like,
okay.
just them,
Okay, you lost.
just them like kicking each other
Yeah.
like constantly.
Oh,
Throw a
it's
soccer ball in there or a football. See which one can punt the farthest. I don't know.
like this was another one that's it's kind of similar to LA Knight and AJ Styles. So you got two brothers. One that says you left me, the other one says you left me. So each one of them are right. I had to get away, you stayed. Well, I had to stay, but you left. You left the family. Yeah. So it's like you take that animosity and you throw them in a regular match. This is another one. Like, put them in a cage or have a pillow fight or
bloodline rules.
Bloodline rules. There you go. That would have been the fucking match. Bloodline rules. You called it. That's the best fucking idea I've seen. Anything would have been better than just a regular ass match, but Bloodline Rules, yeah, that would have been friggin' sweet. I mean, it's two brothers that hate each other. He's cost him matches for the last month. Jimmy has cost Jay matches for the last month, showing up on
A lot
Raw,
longer than that.
distracting him and all that stuff. And you put him in a regular ass match? It's lame. Same as LA Knight and AJ Styles. Like, settle the score because it's time to move on. The only way it's going to move on is like, traditionally a cage match was the be all end all. That's it. You want to end a feud, you throw them in the cage because they've had every other match humanly possible. This is the only way to end it, and that's it. You move on. But it's lame. It's lame. I'm not saying it's a popcorn match. Here's now, don't get me wrong. LA Knight and AJ Styles is going to be a way more entertaining match than Jimmy and Jey Uso, because it's just going to be super kicks all over the fucking place.
Yep.
But if I have to pick a winner just because I have to, I'm going to go with Jey Uso, because he bounces up and down on the top rope with his sunglasses on and yells yeet. He's going to win just because of that. He's more over than his brother. And Solo, I don't know if Solo's will be involved in that match or not. Probably. He'll probably go down to ringside, but yeah, either way, Jay will come out on top. That's my pick.
I see where you're coming from with that, but I'm going to go with Jimmy, only because of the Solo factor, and also too, there's another family member show up.
Yeah,
Like,
true enough.
Solo showed up at a big pay-per-view. Why not bring in someone else in the family? Because
Sure.
the friggin' High Chief Peter Maivia has had a bunch of fucking children, and they decided to make a goddamn empire out of this. I'm gonna go with Jimmy just because the Solo factor, and I'm gonna say another family member shows up.
Okay. Now let's go on to, well, it's going to be before the championship match. Let's go to the tag team match. So you got Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody and Seth. Is it Cody and Seth?
Yeah.
Couldn't remember. There's been so much Rock swearing on television the last while. Goodbye, PG. All right. So basically what it comes down to is if they win that match, the World Heavyweight Championship match is Bloodline Rules. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, right?
Yeah, if Rock and Roman win, it's Bloodline Rules.
Okay.
Anything goes.
So anything goes. Bloodline Rules. I honestly, this is just me, and I'm kind of thinking out of the box. And I don't know, I'm probably wrong thinking this way from the way Rock has been acting the last couple of weeks, and especially this past Friday. And I think I still believe The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to win that tag team match. And it is going to be Bloodline Rules where anything goes. And then originally, and this is going back a while, he would cost Roman Reigns the WWE Championship, whether it be intentional or accidental or whatever. But now the way he's acting, the last few weeks, it doesn't seem like he's going to turn on Roman, obviously. So I still think this tag team match is going to be for the blood. The bloodline will win this tag team match. But there's something that tells me, and I don't know why I feel like this, Roman Reigns, even with Bloodline Rules, is going to lose the WWE title. I'm going to go with Cody. He's going to finish his story, win the championship, and I don't think it's going to cause friction right away in the bloodline. I think it's going to be something that's going to generate over the next few months after WrestleMania, because supposedly Rock is going to be around for a while now. That's the rumors
I heard
online. I accidentally came across that Rock won't be done after WrestleMania. He's going to be around a while. So that tells me, or it doesn't tell me. I just think Cody's going to finish his story. He's going to win at WrestleMania. Mama Rhodes is going to be happy. And eventually there's going to be dissension within the bloodline. And then next thing you know, we're finally going to see Roman and The Rock go at it. Just won't be for a championship. That's what I think about between the tag team match and the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Well, I mean, and I've been kind of thinking about this, and Tara mentioned it too. Rock keeps on calling himself the final boss.
Yeah.
Roman must not like that because
I'm sure he doesn't.
He's head of the table.
Yeah.
So I can see that leading to something down the road. Now, as for the tag match, who can trust who?
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down
and
to.
that's,
now,
and that's the thing, right? Like I'm the head of the table. I'm the WWE champion. Fuck you, bitch. I'm The Rock. But then even on the other side, Seth Rollins can be a little fucking weasel when he wants to be. So
he busted up the Shield.
Yeah, he busted up the Shield. I don't know. And you know what? Even though he busted up the Shield, he still every now and then talks about how close him and Roman Reigns are. They obviously can't talk about Dean Ambrose because he's in AEW. But he still talks sometimes about how close him and Roman Reigns were. So I don't know. Can I see him like helping Roman out because they used to be boys? I don't think so. But jealousy, like champion versus champion, maybe title for title, like I don't know. It's Seth Rollins, so anything's possible. I don't know.
I've looked at this a few different ways, and like you, I've gone back to when Rock first came back, and he was really selling, that he's part of the family and that he's part of the bloodline. They do the number one salute, but Rock would do it as an L for loser.
Yes,
he hasn't done that the last little while.
No.
Looking at Seth, he keeps on referencing saying, "I will be your shield." He keeps mentioning that.
Yeah.
Does he fuck with Roman and come to the ring dressed up as the Shield Roman
Reigns? Wouldn't
Reigns?
surprise me.
Just to fuck with him? Mind fuck?
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Because I think he's come within the last year. He's come to the ring dressed in the fatigues and shit like that, dressed as the Shield. I think.
I'm not 100% sure.
I could be wrong.
I know when he was fighting Cody, he came dressed as the American Dream with the yellow polka dots.
Jesus. Why are you gonna?
I remember that.
Why are you gonna make fun of my daddy?
Looking at the match, I'm gonna go with you and say that Rock and Reigns are gonna win the tag match, only so that they can say on night 2 it's Cody literally versus like the world.
Yeah.
Does Cody finish his story? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, the odds for Joe Blows like us say yes. I don't know. I'm still saying yes. Yeah. He's going to win the WWE title. But I'm not a booker. I'm still going to be on the edge of my seat. And obviously that's going to be on night 2. That's night 2, obviously. So I'm still going to be on the edge of my seat watching that, waiting to jump on the floor to count 3 to give Cody the belt, even though I'm not a Cody crybaby. And it's just time. It's just, we keep bringing it up. They show the title defenses for Hulk Hogan over all the years. They show the title defenses for Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, all that. Reigns is never fucking there. Like, it's great because it actually makes the title mean something again. But Jesus Christ, man, like enough is enough. Like,
in the years that he's had the title, he's only defended it like 56 times.
It's ridiculous.
Over Hogan's 4-year run, I mean, Jesus, how many belts did he go through
Hogan?
when he had.
He was the third one to wear the big green, and then he had
Yeah,
the Hogan 84, the Hogan 85, and the Hogan 86 no one touched. He
yeah,
was the first one to wear the winged eagle. So that's 4 belts before someone actually took one away from him over the span of 4 years.
Jesus.
So he was the only one to wear the Hogan 84, the only one to wear the Hogan 85, and the only one to wear the Hogan 86/87 until the winged eagle
Are you
came out.
counting that one that had his face on it?
No, I'm not even counting that one. That lasted like a week, and he said, "Fuck this." It literally lasted a week, and he said, "No, fuck this."
Yeah.
The hell do you
Yeah,
want to put your face on a belt? Like,
it's bad enough to put a nameplate on one. Um, yeah, I don't know if Cody finishes the story, but part of me thinks that Roman is going to surpass Hogan. They want to move on from the past. They want to set a new bar.
they absolutely
So
do.
I I I don't know, man. I think it's going to come down to if Cody ends up getting hurt in the tag match. Like if he gets brutally hurt and he limps into this match against Roman, the cards are. I mean, I mean, it's going to be bloodline rules anyway, so the cards are going to be stacked against him.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know.
It's gonna be bloodline rules. The cards are gonna be stacked against him. I don't think there's many wrestling fans out there that think Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes are gonna win that tag team match, because it just would make for a pretty boring main event. But I don't know. It's like I'm saying Cody's gonna win. I'm saying he's gonna finish his story. But I'm trying to envision how it's going to happen, because obviously Rock's not going to turn on Roman now. It just wouldn't make any sense. Does he win? Does he pin him clean? Or does he pin him because Rock hits Roman accidentally with something, knocks him out, or solo, or something? Does he hit him with crossroads? Like, does he pin him clean?
I don't know.
It's
I got
good.
nothing.
I can't wait to see the finish. The finish is going to be friggin' awesome, because the only reason the finish is going to be awesome is because the way it's going to end is, you could flip a coin and it could end 30 different ways. It could be a clean finish. It could be a clean finish. It could be outside interference. It could be an accident. Maybe planting the seeds. Maybe Rock does do something, and it sets the battlegrounds for him and Rock, or for Rock and Reigns down the road. And that's going to do it, guys. Another show is in the books. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Figure Four Podcast. My name is Doug. We will be back in a few weeks, and enjoy WrestleMania.